only 24 hours. That is how long the shortest marriage in India is currently recorded. Just a few days ago, a couple which had been together for a few years decided to get married. On the day of the marriage ceremony, something happened which made it very obvious that they were not going to be compatible in the long term. It was not going to be a healthy, balanced relationship. And within 24 hours, they went ahead and annulled that marriage. Now, the contrast to this, of course, is our earlier generations who would stay married forever until one of them, passed away, simply because it was not understood or accepted or possible even to leave a marriage, no matter what the reason, whether there was abuse, violence, or just simply deep unhappiness, complete incompatibility, people having grown apart. Despite that, people just carried on, celebrated like 30th anniversary, 50th anniversary, even 75th anniversary. But that is no longer the aim of marriages. And the younger generation, in fact, is very actively recognizing that in some cases, maybe marriage is not even, a suitable goal for them. Because what is it that human beings have always sought? Even before marriages became a formal way of, deciding your union, or that it became illegal to have children outside of marriage. So, legally people needed to get married for various reasons. And there's a whole, lot of colonization, industrialization, many things which came into play, patriarchy, which resulted in the institution of marriage. So when someone tells me, oh my God, marriages are going extinct, I feel the kind of marriages we have right now are probably not the most ideal situation in which to seek companionship, in which to seek safety, which is what one wants from relationships. How many people who are married are able to be truly themselves, truly authentic, feel safe, feel heard, feel, emotionally held in that kind of a relationship? And I think if that kind of marriage is going extinct, well, I think the faster the better, so that we can replace it with something which is much healthier, much more suitable to human beings who seek companionship. We crave relationships. We want to be seen by someone. We want our journey in life to be witnessed by someone who cares for us, by someone who sees us for who we are and still likes us. Not someone who, judges us, not someone who's abusive towards us, controls us, or, even worse than that, who experience violence in that relationship, whether it is verbal abuse, whether it is emotional violence, financial control, physical violence, sexual violence. So I think we really need to reconsider what is a marriage meant to do. Is it still appropriate in the current context? The way marriages were considered or expected to be 500 years ago, 1000 years ago. And what is it that we want to replace them with? I think that to me is the more important question than panicking over marriages being extinct. It's like, okay, people are figuring out that this is not working for them. What is it that we can replace it with, which will ensure that people have healthy, balanced lives together? They are able to actually offer each other the companionship, that children can grow up in a happy, healthy environment. Because, as you know, working as a divorce coach, I talk to a lot of people, and very often they say that they are staying together for the sake of the children. But honestly, children are very smart, and children know exactly what is going on in the family. And if they see the constant conflict, the constant negativity, the troubled energy, they are as affected as they would be if you actually went through a divorce. So I think it's very important to take all these into considerations and understand what is it that you want out of a marriage before you actually go into a marriage. About 250 crores or so is the wedding industry in India currently. And I was talking to a friend about this, and she said something very wise. She said, well, weddings are different and marriages are different. So your wedding may cost multiple crores, the groom may come down from a helicopter and you've got fireworks on the sides and 20 different kind of menus, 10 days of celebrations, and all that is fantastic. I mean, you're enjoying, you're celebrating with your loved ones, friends and family. But in the middle of all this, no one actually gives any clarity or guidance to the couple or to their extended families on how to behave in a way that this relationship can continue, that the marriage can actually be equally wonderful and happy and joyful for definitely for the couple concerned and for other people involved in it. So I think we need to really start separating the concept of the wedding from the marriage, because marriage is something very much deeper, more intimate, more personal, where people get to know each other, stay safe with each other, capable of being emotionally vulnerable with each other, supporting each other's dreams in a non-judgmental way, where you feel that you feel held, emotionally held by this other person, where you cherish them, you express affection, you express support. Not the kind of stories that you see in the news. Somebody demanded dowry, and then when they didn't get it, they killed the woman. The in-laws are involved in violence. The women are suffering because they can't leave because they have small children. I mean, this is not really what marriage was ever meant to be. Marriage was created as a system in a formal way for very different reasons, but now I think it is really time to rethink it. So, the headlines like this couple recently which got married and divorced within 24 hours. It's being called the shortest marriage in India currently, which I think is, of course, a dramatic headline, but I think it's also an indicator of the fact that people are expecting different things from marriages, but we're giving them the same things. We're giving them the same arranged marriages with the same kind of expectations that a woman will do this, the man will do that. They will have children after so much time. She will look after his parents. Her parents have to always be grateful and keep giving dowry and gifts and all. And clearly that's not working. It has not been working for a long time, but now people are expressing it and people are figuring out ways to avoid it, bypass it, move beyond it, not stay stuck in it if it's not working for them anymore. So I think with the work that I do with Relation Shift, it will be very useful for people to first look inwards and understand what is it that I want out of this relationship. And honestly, Relation Shift works for all relationships. It basically shifts the energy of your relationship, first with yourself and then with others. In fact, I remember the very first client I had, she was a US-based professional woman, and she wanted to divorce her mother, she said, because her mother had been extremely toxic and abusive, and she was feeling suffocated that, as an adult, she still needed to be with this woman and be expected to show her kindness, politeness, etc. Whereas this woman had absolutely complete disregard for the way that she had treated her through childhood and continued to treat her, with a kind of very violence and abusive kind of approach. So divorce can happen in any significant deep relationship, because divorce really just means divorce, like you start going separate ways. But even if you do that, there is no assurance that the next time you meet someone, you're not going to end up repeating the same pattern, because you haven't actually learned what is inside you that is attracting this kind of a pattern and that you are in a way stuck in. So Relation Shift will also help you escape that kind of a loop and make sure that you can actually find the true love of your life, whether that is yourself or someone else outside of you, but in a happy, healthy way that allows you to grow, that allows you to blossom, that gives you the kind of safety you need, and that allows you to feel cherished and understood and seen and heard. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, do contact me. I would be absolutely delighted to support you in your journey for Relation Shift.